Got my orders.
West Yard.
Go ahead, West Yard.
West Yard, engine 579, ready to depart eastbound.
Give him an order to meet the 983 at Anasazi.
All right, meet 983 at Anastasia.
Pocky give an order to the 983 to meet a train at Anasazi, and once the meet is clear, he can go to the yard.
What we got? Meet the 983 at Anasazi. That's like a Pocky.
West Yard.
We're gonna find out.
Go ahead.
West Yard.
Go ahead.
Now, waybill operations require a yardmaster, switcher engineer, and 2 switchmen at both Comanchee and Springerville yards. They will make up trains to the waybills given them by the yardmaster. Now, the consist waybills will be given to the train conductor by the yardmaster.
Eastbound freight, we have 4 cars going westbound.
This is a typical waybill. Car identification at top, and the first open line is where the car will be dropped.
Drop off at Lena, and you can drop off at Goodypo. This one you got to take
All the way to the yard.
to West Yard.
Heading west, first set out at Lennis. Waybills of cars set out are left in the box, and waybills are taken for cars picked up. They will pick up 2 loaded hoppers and set out a boxcar.
Won't turn loose.
The crew takes a shortcut. Hope no one's watching.
No, we haven't. Which will be coming in a little while.
573 to dispatcher.
Come in, 573.
We got a car to set out there at Zuni, so line us into one of the other tracks.
There is a large Y at Zuni and a 500-foot spur leading down to Indian Gap. It is typical for trains at the end of the day to back down and leave their cars in the yard.
We're going to clear you on up to help us.
10-4.
Pull up to the junction and hold. Dispatch. 37, we're going to have to.
Harry Bean moves his engine onto the turntable, then to the steaming bay to get washed up for supper. During the '92 fall run, Roy was surprised by membership in the Live Steam Hall of Fame. Note the badge on his hat.
where are you? We'll change the meat for you then. I'm gonna make you meat.
Now, the spring run is a bit different. It's much greener, the grass is taller, and there's not the danger of fire. Here Kurt Warner comes into Godibo for a meet. Now we pass West Junction and start the loop around West Yard. Boy, there's sure a lot of greenery. Now the entrance to the yard is signaled, but the batteries haven't been connected yet this morning. Roy also is planning on installing remote operated switches for the entrance to the yard. Either keep the main line or go into the yard. And we are at Springerville.
710 in Springerville. Copy.
I guess we're going to take some water.
573 dispatch.
Yeah, Tom.
Put me in track 2. I need to clean some mud off the wheels of my caboose.
Now, in the meantime, the eastbound train has left Godibo and is approaching Anasazi. Now, it looks like something's going on. By golly, it's a photo session. That's Harry Bean's engine. And I think he wants us to stop. Now back in West Yard, Jack Owens is getting a drink at the yard water tower. And it looks like Billy Chafin of Atoka, Oklahoma is giving him a hand.
Down to the point.
West Yard ready to go.
2180, come on up to Tlacapaki.
Tlacapaki. 820 and 573 in Maximilian.
Tom, come on up to the west switch at Zuni and hold there for a moment, please.
Roger, West Zuni.
Now it looks like Kay on 579 has just set out a bad order car, and he'll back down to his train and be ready to go eastbound.
Depart from Springerville for Comanchee.
579, highball to Godibo to meet the 591.
Roger.
I don't care about who's in Comanchee. Once you're past Owen Junction, I don't care where you are in Comanchee. That's up to 710, follow the 579 to Godibo.
Well, with 710 heading eastbound, let's go up and take a look at what's going on in the tower.
3420. When 4147 clears to Tlacapaki, you are cleared to Springerville. 27 and 4147. When you clear 3420, you're clear to Zuni. Okay, 3420, you're clear to Godebo in the shade.
Now the dispatcher also handles the switches in the
Tweety,
Zuni
yes,
yard.
you are clear to Lennis.
983, on the way to that is.
505, what do you want to do?
Good, Comanche.
Are you ready to go?
That's Roger.
All right, 505, you're clear to Coconino.
Everybody does that.
Roger.
Story of my life, Peter.
573, ready to leave. Somebody lost 4 cars at the Suicide Bridge, and I also had just 980 feet coming in.
All right, Tom, those belong to Joe. Can you shove them up here to Zuni?
Yep, you're going to have to get the 988 to back up.
He wasn't supposed to leave until you guys cleared Mexican Hat. Y'all work it out down there somewhere.
Sorry about that, I got the number fixed up.
Well, the run is winding down. Cave Allrath is parking a couple of cars in Indian Gap and heads for the steaming bay. Well, it's time to clean up the equipment, get it packed, and ready to be loaded up. Well, they've dumped the ice from the reefer. I wonder what sort of a load they were carrying in this one. Well, I see the group is gathered to watch the unloading or the loading. And I see Roy is wearing his Live Steam Hall of Fame badge. This is a very secret organization. To preserve their secrecy, they hold no meetings, collect no dues, do not issue a bulletin, and assure everyone they will never hear from them again.
Ever get in the Hall of Fame again? He'll never get in.
I have this problem with authority figures.
Came from Sedona, Arizona. And that came from a village in Mexico. Man went down there and fell in love with this little village in Mexico, and he came back to Sedona, Arizona, and bought a piece of land and built a shopping center that was a reproduction of this village. And that's where I first heard of it.
So now we have one
And I learned to spell it, so I put it on the railroad.
You learn to spell what?
Tlaquepaque.
Spell it.
T-L-A-Q-U-E-P-A-Q-U-E.
If you weren't drunk, you couldn't do it.
Well, that's the Comanchee and Indian Gap. Let's find a first-time visitor and see what he thinks of the railroad.
It really is.
And I'm also going to.
You're speechless, huh? This is the greatest. This is the greatest. There's nothing like it anyplace.
Well, like I say, we got a bunch
If you like to run a railroad, here's the place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That,
It's a railroad.
yeah, we got a railroad that we run twice a year.
That's right.
You know, a bunch of boomers come in and...
Yeah, some pretty good boomers. Yeah, damn good boomers. That'll catch you if you make a mistake.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what?
Tlaquepaque.
Tlaquepaque? Yeah. What is out there for that